So I mentioned before that I was going to tell a story, and I keep forgetting to tell it, but this conversation has reminded me of it now, so I can tell it now. And I've drew a diagram to help out. So this this occurred at Fort Drum when I was there, and in an infantry unit. Okay, I, as the forward observer was attached to a platoon for their calls for fire, right? Okay, and the mission we're doing on this training exercise is it's a we're just assaulting this village, right? And so there's this they've made this plywood set of buildings, and so the plan, right? So we're coming from this way, okay? So here's, I think we were second platoon. So here's first squad, second squad, third squad, and the command squad. So the command team. I'm with the command team. Here's the heavy weapons team, and they're overlooking the quote village. Okay, the village are these circles, right? And what's the plan is essentially for each squad to take a side, and then go in a building, come out, move on to the next, right? And these lines are they are essentially trigger points, and there was probably one over here too, but I forgot to whatever. So that when a squad crosses the line, okay, I have planned fire missions, right? So we have our company mortar team, and they were dropping rounds over here, essentially, as part of the hey, you guys need to stay in here, right? We're essentially telling the enemy you need to stay in here, in cover in one of these buildings. But then as that's happening, then big nasty infantry squads are coming to come inside and kick your ass, right? So obviously, because we have the mortars falling, we need them to shift, right? So as part of their shifting and starting and stopping, we have these trigger points, okay? Now, anytime this changes, it's part of my job, right? I have to alert the lieutenant that I'm with in the command squad, right? Because technically it's his authority that I am able to call for the fires, blah, blah, blah. So he has to be alerted every time, right? So, squad, let's say first squad comes in here, third squad comes in here, second squad is staging, getting ready, first squad comes out, right? And they cross the line. When they cross the line, or at least as far as I can estimate them crossing the line, I would be like, sir, firing target number 1, right? And he'd be like, okay, got it, right? Now, the end of the exercise has the command team, right? This is the trigger to end the exercise. We've come all the way up, and we have done a last check of this building, and we exit. And so that's index, right? That's how we know, okay, everybody stop doing what you're doing. We've made it. We've completed the mission. And what happens is me, my RTO, the lieutenant, his RTO, that's radio telephone operator or radio guy, right? We all go in there, and then we're coming out, okay? And as we're coming out, and I need you to note, what I just drew was a better plan than what happened on field. It was a real shit show down there the first time we did this. And and we come out, and as we're coming out of this shitty little building that they've built, right? The battalion commander, okay, right now, look, I need you to understand this. This was a platoon attack, okay? All right, so a company is made of platoons, okay? And a battalion is made of companies. So this is my boss's 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 boss or some shit like that, right? The battalion commander stands in the doorway, okay? But he had let the lieutenant and his RTO out first, and then he body blocks me and my RTO, and he goes, hey, you two. He actually referred to us by, well, he referred to me by name. He said, Sergeant Finley, wait here for a second, and I will let you know when to come out. Right? Which is crazy. Absolutely insane. And when they start doing the AAR, the after action report about the mission, the battalion commander's sitting there and he goes, Lieutenant so and so, I have a question for you. Oh, what's that, sir? Where is your FO right now? And this lieutenant, his face drops. He turns pitch white, like ash white. He's gone, And when he looks around, he doesn't see us because we're still in that building. And he goes, ah, shit, I left them in the tree line, didn't I? I come out of the building and I'm like, sir, what the heck are you talking about, man? I was talking to you the whole time. The entire mission, I'm talking to you. I have to talk to you, dude. Right? Because anytime we cross one of these lines, I have to go, sir, we're firing target number blah, 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 blah. Oh, my God. Anyways, the battalion commander fires this dude right then and there in front of everyone. He's like, Lieutenant Teague. Oh, excuse me, I said his name. I shouldn't have said his name. Lieutenant, that's fine. Lieutenant, you are fucking fired. And then he literally, the battalion commander, not the company commander, the battalion commander gives us a new platoon leader right then and there. Oh my God. It was insane.